This happened just a month ago. I was moving across a few states to a new apartment and stopped at a motel overnight. I didn't plan the entire route, or which motel I would stay at. I just went with the closest one after I started getting sleepy. I'd never stayed at a motel before, but when I pulled in, it was about how I would have expected it to be. It was in the middle of the woods off the side of the road and was a bit run down looking and not somewhere I'd want to spend more than a night at. The parking spots were all empty, not even one car. I wasn't even sure how the worker at the front desk had gotten there. I got a room though and walked down to my door and went inside. Again, it was run down and kind of gross, but it was better than nothing, I guess. I was gonna shower, but the tub was really filthy, so I pretty much went right to bed. I laid down and tried to get comfortable, but before I even turned off the lamp, I heard an odd noise from outside the room. Door handles shaking, coming from a few rooms down. Then again, but closer. Someone was going down the line of doors and trying each door handle like they were trying to see if any of them were open or unlocked. They got to my door and tried it as well, and after a short pause, they continued moving down the line. It was probably the strangest thing I'd seen in a while, and I had no clue why anyone would be doing that, unless maybe they were looking to score a free room. I laid back down and closed my eyes, only to be disturbed again by someone banging on my door. It sounded almost like they were punching the door. I got up and realized the door had no way of seeing outside, so I flipped the latch over and opened it a crack. A man was standing there with a grim look and seemed frustrated about something. He was older, maybe mid-40s, with longish hair and a beard.
"What's your problem?"
I said, upset about the way he'd banged on my door. The man gave me a cold look and asked an unusual question.
"Did you pay for this room?"
I looked at him confused and said yeah, but he gave me a questioning response like he didn't think I did. He asked me to come with him to the service counter to get it figured out, because he was told that this was his room. The situation already started out strange, but this had me even more puzzled. There were no other cars here, and likely nobody else staying at the motel, so the possibility of us accidentally being given the same room within just a few minutes was nearly zero, and they probably would have had another key to the room if they were telling the truth. The guy asked me again in an aggressive tone to come out, but I'd already decided I wasn't leaving the room. I started to close the door, but the guy slammed his body against it to prevent me from shutting it fully. In an instant, another guy came from around the wall with some tool that he was putting against the lock, trying to unlatch it. All I could do was press up against the door and try to push it closed, but the force of both men pushing was overpowering me. In the chaos, the door moving knocked the tool out of his hand, and when both of them looked down, I slammed the door shut. After a few more hits at the door, their departing footsteps gave me relief, and I called 911. What's crazy is that they didn't have a car. Police found their shoe prints going straight into the woods behind the motel, leading to nothing but trees and dirt. It's not known what they were plotting aside from breaking into my room, but seeing as they knew all the other rooms were vacant and still went for me, it could not have been good. I hope that if it did go the other way, it would have been a quick robbery and nothing more, but I can't say I truly believe that.